I'm Jason Ross from GetBusy. We are a company providing document management solutions. We're predominantly a software house. We've been going for about 20 years. We've got some big changes that we've done as a business around trying to modernise our operations stack, so we're calling it. We started by moving to Zendesk from support angle because that was where we could get the fastest reward. Then we moved to Salesforce in 2019, and then we suddenly realised that there was another gap. Our finance team were looking for a new general ledger, so we combined our billing requirements with our finance requirements. NetSuite was the one that we chose because we could do multiple regions, multiple currencies, but then we had a problem where, hang on a minute, how are we going to get these things to talk to each other? How are we going to integrate these quite large platforms intricately in our business process? So one of the things that we said immediately was what we can't do is have these three things just run on their own, even just from a CRM perspective. Our customers' names and addresses at a very basic level needed to be synchronized between the three. So therefore, when we did the NetSuite project, we asked for an integration tool and we looked at a few. We decided to go with Celigo in the end. Mainly because it wasn't the batch sync process, it was a real-time process where if someone made a change in one department and someone made a change in another department 10 minutes later, that was okay, both were up to date. You get a massive head start with pre-built flows in Celigo. We changed some of our processes because of the ones that were already in the integration that made us go, hang on a minute, this looks like maybe we should think about the way we're doing it. And then what we've done is we've then customized them over time, and when we've found things that we need to do that are slightly different, we've managed to tweak the integration to be able to get to do. So with the Celigo platform, us being able to say when someone clicks that button, this is going to trigger. This information comes from here, from Salesforce, this information goes into NetSuite, but more importantly, we then can do some form of translation between the two. So we don't have to design NetSuite exactly the same way we design Salesforce. We actually get the integration to do the interpreting of that information. But we use a product called DealHub as our CPQ system, and that feeds off Salesforce data, and of course it's all linked, then all linked together. And so our salesperson can do an upgrade quote the day after someone's renewal, and they will be renewing the right contract in NetSuite because they're all talking to each other. And we're still operating in a way that we have to deploy a license key on someone's site for some of our software, and so therefore we need an order. That order gets signed by the customer, but then the Zendesk system uses the sales order process and the Celigo integration to tell our team what to do. And that is actually a huge advantage, not just the customer data. It's the business process and driving and telling them exactly how many users they've got to add, and it's what the customer signed, not what someone emailed them in some garbled message like we did for tennies. We're also looking to do other stuff with ChargeBee and some other applications to solve some other problems. We have a lot of integration points between a lot of tools, and so therefore I'm looking to see which ones we can consolidate, which ones we can put into a platform like Celigo so that we can monitor it in one place. We know that the way that it's built, we know the logic, support it and change it. We move very fast. We're an agile organisation. We change things all the time, and the business expects us to be able to move very quickly. And so having things that are simple means we can at least understand what would break and make those changes relatively quickly as well. Definitely the best advice I can give from our experience would be look at what integration platforms as early in the process as possible and look at their capabilities. Don't try and do it later on, because if they're an afterthought, all they will do is facilitate what you think is best practice. So trying to do it as early as possible is definitely my best advice. The integration part of it was easily the easiest part of the implementation.